Barbershop conversation, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. You guys might enjoy this video. So I said, so for the first time, I swear, I kid you not, no lie. You guys don't mind the background singer. That's my daughter upstairs. But I said, let me check their page. I ain't been to their pages in over a year. I kid you not. I can give a damn about these guys. Don't give a fuck about them. Have no respect for them. They're basically scumbags to me, and they know it. The feeling is mutual. There's no respect between us, and I see them. I don't see them too often because I don't cover Golden Boy events or Tom Lawfer events that often. And I said, let me see if they're gonna post something. Let me see if they're gonna post something. And about the Canelo steroid thing, right?
I'm going before it's my bed.
Okay, you going upstairs? All right, give me a hug and a kiss. I love you.
Ow.
Sorry, guys. I got to kiss my son goodnight. All right. Give me a hug and a kiss, too. I love you. Go to bed. Get off the camera. So, anyways, I apologize for the inconvenience. But,
It's okay. Apologize.
okay.
But you can still hug me.
I know.
Want to.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
So, anyways. So, this is in real time, guys. This is in real time. And, I said, let me see if they do some commentary. Because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Montero did a video instantly when Ward didn't show up that Monday. It's unprofessional. It's this, it's that. And I remember vividly, for the Manny Pacquiao fight, Doug Fischer and Steve Kim instantly going online talking about an IV and Floyd Mayweather's IV and what may have you. And so my question is, where's the Canelo? Where's the Canelo rants? But they can't talk about Canelo because Canelo signs their checks. Remember, Canelo makes up over 90% of the gross income of Golden Boy. They can't say anything bad about Canelo. Michael Montero can't say anything bad about Canelo when his best friend, a.k.a. mentor, is one of the nastiest men in boxing, Steve Kim, Doug Fischer. I mean, these guys are terrible. And I have no respect for these guys. I'll just keep on saying that. And but it's just a beautiful thing how when everything comes full circle, it is such a beautiful thing. It is so beautiful, man. Oh, it is the most beautiful thing, man. It's like the victory you knew you had, and now the world knows. Now they're going to tuck their tail and say, well, we're going to sit back and wait and see what happens. We're going to wait for the second sample to come in to see if this is apparent. And well, you go here. They can't say anything about this. They can't. But they proud themselves on I haven't heard their videos in a long time, but if I'm not mistaken, they pride themselves on being straight down the middle, being straightforward. But I will admit, Doug has admitted to not ever wanting to see Floyd Mayweather again. You know, I used to listen to them when my editor was on there, Ken Miller, and me and Steve Kim ain't got along because I put out a hit piece on Steve Kim about a year and a half ago, maybe about 2 years ago. I put out a hit piece on Steve Kim in the newspaper, and he hasn't liked me since. So anyways, man, it's time to celebrate, man. Not because Canelo's pop, because genuinely I don't do anything on Canelo at all because he's affiliated with Golden Boy, but I'm a Canelo fan. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I love arrogant, cocky, confident athletes. And he's like, I actually like Conor McGregor. You know, I enjoy watching Conor McGregor in the octagon. Like, I root for him every time he fights. Floyd, I love him. Deontay Wilder, I have an abundance of love for Deontay Wilder just off the strength that what he represents. But you know, I'm actually a fan of Canelo, like for real. And it's a shame I don't watch him fight. because I'm not paying. I'm not paying to watch him fight, and I'm not covering the Golden Boy fight because of those terrible emails. So not that they will let me in anyway, right? So, but so they're on the clock. They're on the clock as responsible journalism. Responsible journalism is to report this, you know? And since they're commentary journalists, it's their due diligence, right? Don't just reread what Golden Boy said. Tell us how you really feel. If you are angry about Floyd Mayweather, quote unquote, using an additional IV, what do you have to say about Canelo being popped for illegal substance? And it was in the meat. Canelo has a chef. And this is just common sense fact. If Canelo's walking around with armored guards, right, everywhere he goes in Mexico, because he just had a child, everywhere he goes in Mexico, he has an armored guard. I've seen tons of pictures. There's tons of pictures online. You can Google this. So if he has that and he's in camp, right? If Canelo is in camp, I would gather that he has a chef. I don't know these things. I've never seen Canelo in camp this far out, so I'm only speculating. This is only speculatory information that I'm offering, guys. But I would be for sure that he has a chef, and two, he's not eating cheap meat. He's not in Tijuana getting tacos outside the strip club. He's not outside Baja Tacos. He's not there. He's not getting those tacos and those hot dogs. He's nowhere near that type of situation. And as a matter of fact, he's been doing a great deal of traveling. He was just overseas doing some things, and he was just overseas. Where else? He was somewhere. I forget. I know he was at some beer thing or some alcohol thing or something in another country. But at the end of the day, Michael Montero, Doug Fischer, and Steve Kim will be officially cowards. Will be official. And I welcome a debate any day, any time of the week. But yet again, I don't want to give them that sense of satisfaction because I'm trending and they're not in terms of growth, in terms of potential of growth. They're dinosaurs in the game. And, Michael Montero, I would say we started off at the same time in terms of YouTube channels. I would say we talked about the same time, and I don't know where his channel was at. I should look at it. Where is his channel at? Let's see what his channel is at. We started pretty much at the same time. Michael Montero. Let's see where he's at. He has 6,000 subs. I have 15,000 subs, so I'm close to 3 times, 2.5 times. And we started off around about the same time, about 2.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. So he's not trending. So I don't want to give these guys. So matter of fact, I don't want to debate you guys. I really don't. I just want you guys to stay in your sunken place. Keep sunken place. Get out. So enjoy this, because once Canelo loses, he already lost the respect of, I would say, about 20% of his fan base today. And I don't know how he's going to regain them back. But obviously, winning cures a whole lot. If he wins, he could possibly get them back. But once a cheater, always a cheater, right? Isn't that what your girlfriend says or your wife say in most cases? So it's been a year since I spoke to Doug Fischer. I actually saw him in the bathroom, coincidentally at a movie theater. I was at a film festival, and I believe he was with his wife and or girlfriend. And he wanted to continue the conversation, but I did a video on this, but out of respect for, he was on a date, and I didn't want to disrespect. I didn't want the conversation to get elevated to a point where it felt like it was disrespect on his part or on my side. And we're in a public setting at the Baldwin Hills movie theater, and I didn't want to come off disrespectful. That's not who I am in terms of public setting. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what no one say. I'm a trailblazer for black people in America, for black men in America, and I fully grasp that. Even if I'm bat out of hell angry at you, I'm not going to display that publicly like that. You know what I mean? I genuinely won't do that. Um, so, yeah. So I don't welcome no debates. I don't want no debates. My daughter's having she's getting a bath right now. So, you guys gonna hear all that background noise. And how she sound? She sounds great. Does she sound like she could be a pointer sister? I'm dating myself with that one. But uh, it's just a beautiful thing when everything comes full circle, man. When not only the gun in the right hand is pointing at you, but the gun in the left hand is pointing at you. Oh man, it's such a beautiful thing, man. I'm sitting at, I got the Laker game on mute and I'm just chuckling, man, because it is so, you get so much joy out of this. You know what I mean? You get so much joy. Like this is, and I'm stunting on him a little bit. I'm just gonna be arrogant right now. I'm sitting in my $1 million home, got the TV on mute, I got, it's just a beautiful thing, man. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. They can't say nothing about it. It's not the meat, man. He cheated. All right? He cheated, and that's the justifiable excuse, right? That that people use. So I'll be waiting. Oh, damn. If I'm not mistaken, like 2 or 3 years ago, Michael Montero he was bent over hell about cleaning up the sport of boxing and steroid use, and that was like 2 or 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So, hey, here's your here's your case. Oh man. And obviously, I think I heard one of the Three Stooges said they're gonna need more information. How much more information are you gonna need? I mean, like, what type of information do you need? He cheated. Like he admitted to it. He admitted saying it was the meat. It wasn't. It's not the meat, guys. Don't fall for that. I would say Canelo. He's a millionaire. He's a multimillionaire, right? He has all the assets. When you're in camp, you don't leave. Like, do you go out on a town? Well, I don't know this, but I mean, and here's the biggest lie that they're selling. I want you guys to understand this. He was going to Colorado anyway for camp to train in the altitude. This was predetermined before the results came in, and I can prove that 100%. I can prove it 100%. I can prove that, and I've don't worry about how I can prove it, but if they challenge me on that, I 100% can prove that. This was predetermined. In actuality, it's online somewhere where he said he was going to Colorado to train in the altitude because he had some stamina issues and he wanted to try and fix that. So they're gonna try and pull the sheet over a few people's eyes, but it's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. And between the racist emails, Oscar De La Hoya DUIs, and insecurities, and his jealousy of Floyd Mayweather, and him saying he'll fight Conor McGregor when he said Conor McGregor was a show, was a circus, but he doubled back and said he'll fight Conor McGregor, to now 90% of the revenue that's generated by Golden Boy is a cheater. And these are facts. These are facts. So I'm just going to sip my tea. It's halftime of the Lakers game. I'd have missed the score. So I'm just going to sit here in my $1 million home and have a good time, man. In my little mini mansion, Um, uh, this is so good, man. I don't care how they respond. But just the fact that it came full circle, just the fact that it came back makes it a beautiful thing. You understand what I'm saying? All the smack that they have been talking over the years that I have heard, like I literally haven't heard their voice, haven't read anything in over a year and a half, 2 years. Like literally, I ain't heard nothing from them. I ain't been to their channels. I don't have Twitter. I never go on Twitter for information. Uh, uh, I don't subscribe to their channels. I don't even think about going to their channels. And look at it now. So it's just funny. They're defenseless. They have no defense for this. And they're gonna debunk me by saying, "Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm in the Floyd Mayweather camp. I'm this. I'm that." You know, they can say what they want to say. I'm a PBC guy. Well, you're if I'm a PBC guy, I mean, I have great relationships in PBC, which is true. But yet, still, we've never been popped for steroids. Not we. I don't. I'm not employed by them. They are. Two of the three of them are employed by Golden Boy. They get their checks signed by Oscar De La Hoya. So they can't go on record and say they despise steroids, but they hate IVs by Floyd Mayweather. So, yin and yang. So, anyways, man, I'm done. It's just entertaining. This is just pure entertainment for me. You know what I mean? I'm typically not this arrogant on camera, but for them, I want to be. You know what I mean? For them, I just despise them that much. You know, I just, you know, you know, I just despise them that much. And, you know, I just despise them. Oh, man. And I enjoy that. So anyways, not many people like Steve Kim anyway. He's not a likable guy at all. I mean, his this is all arbitrary information, but his relationships in boxing are shrinking by the moment. He's just a disgusting person. He's disgust. Uh, the last time I read something from him was about a car accident, and he said something that was disgusting about a guy in a car accident. Uh, you know, and he and I have had words 2 or 3 times. Now we just look at each other with great disdain when he walks by me. Sometimes he might not look at me, but I always attempt to make eye contact with him because that's just who I am. I'm 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 very much the same person that you hear on YouTube that you see in person. Very much that guy. Very 100% that dude. And the same way I would look at Michael Montero in his face and say the same things, the same way I had this conversation with Doug Fischer, the same way Steve Kim and I has had the conversation. He actually walked away from me one time. He just didn't. He just felt like he didn't. He just wanted to stop having the conversation. I laughed at him. I was like, "Oh, you don't want to finish the conversation?" No, they don't want to finish the conversation. Anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So the Three Stooges are on the clock. Doug Fischer, Steve Kim, and Michael Montero. They're on the clock. Your boy Canelo just got popped for steroids. Now, if you believe it's just the meat, then that means you got to recant all your stories about Floyd Mayweather and the IV. I'm gone. So I'm just finished watching. It's halftime of the Laker game. I'm gonna finish watching the Laker game, and that's it. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'm gone. Peace.